is it, the 1998 Rachau hill climb. It has become the Woodstock of the off-road motorcycle scene. The camp at the bottom of the hill stretches 2.5 miles along the valley, and the event is really becoming a very major economic factor in this corner of Austria. Even the Scots have heard of it. Sadly, the local tourist board seems to be completely oblivious of the fact that it's happening. Clearly, they don't get Eurosport. Well, here is the massive camp of travellers that come to watch this spectacle, and fine specimens all. They could even be a NASCAR crowd, couldn't they? Well, the locals are certainly aware of Rachau, and like any other tourist invasion, they either bed down and ignore it or make the best of the bad deal. And a huge bonhomie in the campsites. And a huge entry as well. 460 riders from 6 different countries, all going for one of the 350 places on the climb proper. Well, early morning start. The mountain's still in shadow. And at the top of the hill, the Red Bull Arch with light shining down through the trees to show everybody where they should be aiming for. And our official starter is a retired White House official. Not recently retired, you understand. He was once stationed in Greenland, which is where his costume comes from apparently, and undoubtedly he should be sent straight back there. Somebody ought to mention to him that beards are grown on the face and not around the bottom of the throat. But everybody is about ready to go. And the official starter gets them underway. So the first rider is the local postman, and despite again another very wet Austrian surface, he's having a good run, and this is really setting an early mark up to 130 meters. Superb start by the local postie. And the day is all about the elimination rounds. The best 100 qualify for the competition on Sunday. And he won't be one of them, will he, really? But the atmosphere is what it's all about, and early in the morning, they're really in the party atmosphere. By Sunday evening, there will be nearly 200,000 spectators. Well, what about the competitors? What about preparation? Question here is, what's the preparation for your run? He said, I drank about 20 litres of beer last night. Does it help? He says, it helps numb the pain a little. Nothing else helps. Well, the human beer sponge in action. And as you can imagine from the costume, not doing too well, but some of the serious competitors do actually manage to get a few meters past. And here is that magic 130 barrier. That is a good run. Not quite what we're looking for, and this may not be either. This is a Harley prototype. It's nearly 13 feet long, which is over 4 meters. He can't ride it in a straight line quite clearly, and when it gets to the hill, it's a little bit knackered as well. And again, surely, even though it's a 4-stroke, the odd rev might make a difference. Well, more and more fun seekers coming in on this event. And here is a replica of the Rachau Hill being worn as a hat. What a fabulous device that certainly looks as headgear goes. Well, the human sponge not really doing too well, going for the negative record, not really meeting with the appreciation of this hugely knowledgeable crowd. Well, here is an East German rider from Saxony. And a big group of them have been coming year after year, and they get bigger and bigger. That'll be the beer then. Here's a combination of a mailbox and satellite dish, otherwise known as the USS Enterprise. Big prize money here, incidentally, for the outfit regarded as the most outlandish, presumably on a clapometer audience response. Whoa, Ride 'em Cowboy. Again, changing down there might not have been an altogether bad idea. Well, now this is going to be quite a superb device. Clearly, you can see. Oh, he's got his sleeves rolled up. He really does mean business. Either that or to lose an awful lot of flesh on the forearm. But no, what a fantastic ride. 145 meters. He really did mean business. Fantastic stuff. That's Peter Jöbstel of Austria. 148 meters, 486 feet is the final count. And that's the best practice run. Well, Ben-Hur ready to roll. You have to wonder who is the most foolish of the pair, the one steering or the one trusting his friends to do a half-decent job. At least they didn't get into the danger area before it all went pear-shaped. So the fall of the Roman Empire. Now this is last year's winner. This is Peter Zipper Dornitzhuber. Well, he has to qualify like all the others to defend his champion's status, and he gets to 130 and a bit more. But he's only 6th in the practice round. 134 that was marked out by the judges, but it went down well with the crowd. And we've had the Roman Empire. Now we're going to go for the Wild West routine. And with a few horsepower up front, but absolutely no brain power, that was never really destined for success, was it? Circle the wagons. Oh, excellent. The motorcycles don't work, but the firearms do. Good to see we've got our priorities right. Well, now this... Oh, don't, please. This is a modified skidoo. He's taken the skis off and put some wheels on, and actually, it's doing a superb job so far. Now, if only he'd learn how to steer it, by keeping the wheels on the ground, presumably, he might have a winner on his hands. Alternatively, of course, what it might mean is that he just needs to buy a new skidoo for the winter, since this one seems to be disassembling itself into a kit of parts at fairly rapid speed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, with 100 brake horsepower, he certainly needs to be further forward on the machine to keep those wheels on the ground. But otherwise, I think there might be a few people here watching this and going, that's either a good idea or a very good waste of a perfectly usable skidoo. But an expensive accident, and the crowd love it. Crikey. Serious stuff now. Manfred Kainz, the record holder, with, get this, 158 meters in a practice round in 1995. 96, he was the winner at 150 meters, and he really is still one of the favorites. The crowd cheering him to the echo. Massive roar you can hear echoing up the valley. Second in qualifying, and no doubt about it, he will go into the main competition. Even our starter, look, actually noticed that one. Hurrah, says a young fan. Oh dear. Well, it's just as well that we've seen Frenchmen making fools of themselves and Austrians making fools of themselves, because there, ladies and gentlemen, was a Dutchman making a fool of himself. And this is how to get your bike down the hill in good nick, just to leave it at the top and get it craned down. And another Dutchman, you can tell from the orange shirt and the lack of knowledge about what to do with a hill. Hill climbs, of course, not being the prevalent form of motorcycle sport in Holland, a country singularly known for its resemblance to an ironing board. Yes, yes, it's orange. Yes, we can tell from your haircut you're Dutch. Probably in the army as well. Well, a valiant attempt on the cameraman there, but sadly his trajectory just slightly misjudged. You're hopeless and you know it, mate, says the speaker. Well, that's day one, the qualifying rounds then, and here are the serious contenders. Peter Jöbstel just outpointing Manfred Kainz, both of them